Gentlemen, we're here. Sorry for a little bit of delay. Yep, perfect, perfect, Lenny. Buenos dias. Well, no Z, with an S, and because it's the afternoon, you use AS, buenas. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We're here Sunday, round 4, season 8.5. Tardes is afternoon. So you basically say buenos dias for the morning, buenas tardes when it's the afternoon. So yeah, but you get what Jay Tyler just put is what. So yeah, when you use buenos dias is with OS. DIAS, and when you use tardes is buenas with an AS, buenas tardes. But yeah, that's enough of my Spanish for today. So yeah, let me run through the standings. We're just having a little look at them. Let's have a look. Let's have our butchers. No hablo español. Venga, ya está. As much as I live here, I'm not. I speak enough to get by. I'm not fluent. I would say, like basically, me and my wife, even though she's Spanish, we speak in English. We do. So, Danny boy, hope you're well, mate. Natalie, you're in for it tonight, and you worry about that, mate. I've got plenty of lines saved up for you later on, mate. And you worry about that, pal. So right, anyway, look, we got Omar in first on 135. We've got his closest rival. Well, I'll say closest, only by a point. Is the Lion, but he's actually not racing tonight. So, but then we've only got a point behind him. Marley just made it to check-in. Yes, yeah, start giving it large, giving it Charlie Big Potato in the chat. You know, come on, Natalie, start Natalie Pinkfinger, Natalie Pinkham. Come on, mate, and start giving it. You know, well, you're not in the gym today. You're not in the gym. You're not flexing. You're not flexing, are you, Natalie? You know, right. Let's leave Natalie alone for a minute. We're going to run through the standings. You're putting me off my game, Natalie. What's up with you? Again, I'm waiting for little Brad to come and defend his teammate. Leave him alone. Leave my teammate alone. Side lad, get out of here, mate. Seriously, get out of it. I'm not going to lie. When I was messaging you, I was sitting in the pub. Mate, right near the beach. Wife and daughter went for a little walk down the beach, and I was having a couple of swift pints in the pub. I ain't gonna lie, mate. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, we got Marley on 117. So we got Lenny on 92 in fourth. Just a point behind him is Stiggy on 91. We got Fawaz on 78. We got Scotty MT, the next Ferrari, who I believe are actually leading the championship by quite a bit. Guten Tag, Herr Commentator. That's got to be German. I'm not fluent in German, lads. I don't know German. So we've got Brasco's another one, I believe, is not racing tonight. He's on 60 in 8th place. We've got Jay Tyler on 55 in 9th. We've got the legend My mate from Wednesday F2, Clyde, you absolute ledge. On 49 points, we got Voltex on 11th in 11th from 45. We got Fixie, 41. We got Little Brad, the victim, 38 points. We got Rostocker, Skizzo. What's happening? How you doing, my brother? Smashing it in the championship so far, I see. Rostocker in 14th on 36 points. We've got Rage on 34 points. We've got Famous Wayne on 30 points, joined by Ben SK. Ben SK on 30 points. We've got JM on 21 points, joined by all the way down there in 19th. All the way down there in 19th is a Merc driver who's absolutely an absolute wet flannel, having an absolute shite season. All the way, the strongest driver in the league is our Natalie Pinkham because he's holding everybody else up down there in 19th. There he is. He's just flying away. He's just behind him on 18. And then we got Bab, we got Trouser, and all of these others are reserve drivers. And as I mentioned there just a little while ago, Ferrari on 205 got wow, that's a bit too much for me there, Rage. That's a bit too much for me. Danny, start joining in with the German, mate. I heard you took a bit of German in school. So we got 205 is Ferrari, 152. So you're looking at a 53-point lead. See that there, Danny boy? That was quick math there, mate. You know, that was quick maths there, mate. Bang, right on it, old Mickey boy. Red Bull just behind 152, 147 Alfa Romeo, 140 McLaren, 137 Aston, 133 Haas, Alpine, 108 Mercs on 59. Merc on 59. Brad and Danny, you need to pull your fingers out, lad. 59 points. Is that all you've got? Merc, you're a disgrace to the badge, the pair of you. You're a disgrace to the badge. Brad and Danny, absolute disgrace to the Mercedes badge. Sitting there after 3 rounds on 59 points. You pair of wet flannels. What's up with you? Nah, I'm only joking, lads. Aston, they're in 5th, Lenny, on 137. 3 points behind the McLarens, 10 points behind the Alphas, and 15 points. So it's very close. I don't drive no more, Danny boy. I just like to come in here and drive you mad, mate. That's all I do. But yeah, it's very tight there for second place. Like I said, from Haas in 6th up to Red Bull in 2nd, you've got a 15-point gap. So yeah, it's all to play for. And then yeah, but behind the Mercs, you got the Williams on 57. Then you got the Alpha Tauris on 41. But the Williams and the Alpha Tauris, they get a pass in my books. The Mercs don't. The Mercs don't. Anyway, lads, back to the stream we go. I don't, mate. I don't. 2-time PGR champion, I'll have you know, Mr. Natalie. You know, 2-time PGR champion. Done a double both seasons, constructors as well. Absolutely smashed it out of the park, lad. You know. But as I've mentioned many times before, marriage and having a kid took over, and yeah, mate, that was me done and dusted, brother. I had to jump into the comms box, you know. I had to jump into the comms box. Much prefer it in the comms box anyway. Bab, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're well, mate. Listen, Natalie, listen. Where's that block button? Where's the block button? I'm going to block this fella from my chat. No, I would never do that to you, Danny boy. Never in a million, mate. Never would I do that to you. So, right, Stiggies, give us the go-ahead. We're starting to get the old green ticks. And we should be a go. We got 16 in the chat. I'm sure I see we got 18 checked in for tonight. No, I would never do that. I would never do that, Natalie. I would never do that to you. I would never do that to you. Never. Right, so we are off. Oh, we got Stiggy, we got Rostocker, we got Scotty, we got Lenny, we got Natalie, we got JM. Absolute fantastic drive from JM on Wednesday. Showing a bit of form he is now. So, Yeah, and he's got his mate Rostocker in the other Williams. So looking for a good result from them boys tonight. So all depends now. You know, you see him in the lobby as Omar, but we know Omar as Skizzo. Currently leading the championship, as mentioned at the start of the stream. His closest rival, the Lion. Yes, you little legend. You little ledge, Clyde. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well, buddy. Mate, with you boys in the chat, I always have a good stream, lads. Always. But yeah, Skizzo, maybe going to start, mind you, I don't reckon that's in his makeup, but not defensive driving, but he's got today and 2 more rounds left. He's got a decent, about a 20 odd point. Whoa. It's absolutely lashing down. Lashing down. Damn. There you go, Stiggy, Jay Tyler, Lenny, you can get your intermediate tyres on now, lad. Oh, but can you confirm, lads? Are we doing? Oh yeah, because I think there's only a few not decent numbers tonight, so I don't think we're getting full quali. I think we're on a short qualifying tonight, so because I can see 18 minutes. It says Q1, throws me off a little bit, but yeah, I'm sure it's just a straight 18-minute qualifying session. Get me bits and bobs up. JM on the wet tyre. Is it a sprint tonight, Brad? You're an absolute legend. If you, I didn't even know it was a sprint tonight, lads. Just goes to show how much I keep an eye on things. You wouldn't have it any other way, would you, lads? So we're getting the firm out now on the old wet tyre, I do believe. Oh, some currently on inters, but most of them on wets. Right, we got McLaren out first. That's Stiggy on the inters. So we've got mixed strategies so far. We've got Lenny out on the wets. We've got Scotty MT out on his wet. We've got Jay Tyler out on the inters. You've got Stiggy out on his inters. Always like to be different, them two. Who's this fellow at the bottom? Ju Santi 22. I've never seen him before. Welcome to Legacy, fella. He's just going to be called Santi. That's too much of a mouthful, that is. He's even got numbers at the end of his name. As you got there, look, Rostocker, FRV 60. Rostocker, that's what he gets known as. So Santi is the new AlphaTauri driver down there at the bottom. Natalie's come out on her wet tyre. So let's try and jump back on board with old Stiggy. Stiggy, can't you see? That's enough of my singing. Whoa! There's a big moment there. Maybe goes to show that he's not the side to be on currently. As an absolute manic, your ledge. Why are you not racing tonight, mate? Oh, there's another big moment coming out of the last turn, so I don't think these inters are the one to be on at the minute. We'll soon find out, because he's got an Aston, I believe, of Lenny right behind him, so let's see how much Lenny catches up with him. But taking a risk, these boys here now on the inters. What do you reckon, Manic? I don't reckon it's intermediate weather, mate. I reckon it's full wet. He struggles to get it slowed down there, the Stiggy. He's got Lenny just behind him. Let's see if Lenny catches up to him. This is going to be a test now, because this is full throttle. He lifts off slightly there, the Stiggy. Got a car in front of him, getting right out of the way. Kudos. Oh, Stiggy, you're playing with fire here, lad. Playing with fire. Let's see if he can manage to complete the lap. This is where he's going to be tested now. Through turns, I believe it's 11 and 12 these are. Manages to survive. Stiggy's going to be the first man to put us on a representative lap, but he's had a couple of moments. He's had a couple of... Oh, misses the apex by miles there, and there's a big moment on exit. This is going to be well off the pace. So I think we're going to be looking at Lenny, who's just behind, to set a representative time. Marley's retired from the session. Now, I think that's in the barrier. I think Marley's retired in the barrier. Wow. Stiggy nearly has a retirement in the barrier as well. Wow, this is not going to be. He's going to manage to get a lap down, but I reckon, yeah, look at that, 2 seconds, 2 seconds near enough. But Marley, the closest rival in the championship with Lyon not racing tonight, has dipped it into the barrier. Wow. Jay Tyler on his inters, he goes decent on a 130.7. Scotty on his wet on a 131.2. Who's the next driver to cross the line? Here she comes. Here she comes. Here comes Natalie. What's she going to do? 131.4. That's a decent lap. Decent start there for my Natalie. You've got his teammate Brad. He's coming to the end of his lap, but we've got a few more. We've got Farway's just about to finish his. No, Farway's just starting his lap. But Rostocker's also out on inters. Rostocker sticks up in third in the 130.8. Here comes Brad the Victim. He's currently on the wet tyre, so let's see how we get on. But I'm still shot Marley. 131.9 does Brad just behind his teammate. There we go, look, the two Merc boys together. Lenny's, I believe he's going to try and set another lap. With these wet weather, you might be able to go, not you might be, you will be able to go 2 laps back to back, because obviously you don't use as much ERS in the wet weather conditions. So he goes even faster than Lenny on a 130.3. We've got a Red Bull just coming across the line. That Rage, he's going to go for a second bite of the cherry, I believe. He's another one that's gone again, but he's half a second down, his Rage. We've got a Ferrari just about to cross the line. That's Scotty. He's 10 seconds off the pace, but I think that was more of a recharge lap there from Scotty. Danny's just about to come across the line. Danny's 1.3 seconds slower. Voltex, he's just put himself up into 5th. Oh, Santi up there on the intermediate in 4th place. Get in there, Santi. Championship leader's biding his time. Here he comes. It's coming out now. It's coming out now. The legend, the other McLaren, the legend in that McLaren team, Clyde. He's just about to come out and start his lap now. Waiting for JM to come out as well. An absolute stonking drive last Wednesday. It was my driver of the day in the F2, albeit it's a completely different car. I understand that. Drive gets it slowed down nicely, gets it tucked right up into the apex. Oh, there's that big slide on the entry to the corner. But this is just going to be a feeler lap here for Clyde, I think. Let's just keep it out the wall. Don't do what Marley's done. Keep it out the wall. Get round and just slowly improve. Jay Tyler now goes pole on a 130.2. He's on the intermediate tyres, so the intermediates can match it then. So a few of these boys on the wet. Rage, 5 grace grid penalty for a collision with Voltex. Wow. There we go. I believe Omar's still currently on his out lap. He's just coming through turn 11 and 12. Got a few cars now coming to the end of their laps. Rostocker's a 10th down. Will he dip it into the pit? He's currently on the inters, so you've got quite a few of the cars now getting into the pit. Farwaz is going to finish his lap, but he's nearly a second down on his time. So he might want to get round, because it does look to have eased up slightly, ever so slightly. JM's in the pit, sitting on his intermediate tyre. We've got Rage there, who's going to actually be in a rage for getting that 5-second time penalty. Stiggy's come out now. Stiggy's come out on the Stiggy's out on the wet. So let's see what Stiggy does. I was saying people may be coming. He's actually gone in off his inters and he's put the wet on. So he feels that it's not time for inters yet. Got 9 minutes left in the session. What's up, Brad? Don't tell me you've got a balanced setup on again. Please don't say that. Ah, you race on pad, Brad. I thought you was on the wheel, mate. Oh, Stiggy manages to keep that at a little bit of a moment there. I think Jay Tyler's on a pad, isn't he? He tried to swap to wheel, but I think he's gone back to pad. I was always on the wheel. I just couldn't handle the control pad. Yeah, for as long as I remember, mate, I've always raced. I think I've raced on wheel since Formula 1 16, I think. Always been on the wheel. Fine, just don't get as much rotation when you race on pad, but each to their own. But even when I did race on pad back in the day, I never used the old analog. I always used the Omar sticks up in third. Banker lap. Lenny's still out on 4-lap old wet tyres. Stiggy 129.7, so that tells me no. It's going to be a mix and match here now. Who decides to do what? Stiggy may have just altered people's opinions now. If they are going to come in and go on the internet, he's proved that you can do what you're doing on the wet tyre, on the 129.7. And look at that, he's finished his lap. He's still got 69% ERS. Okay, so alright, that's alright, mate, that's alright. It doesn't matter, mate. You're both still managing to get round, so if Rage can come out, stick a decent lap together, get himself 5 places up that grid, and then he'll be able to just get that deduction. Stiggy's currently 3 seconds down, so he may be having a recharge lap now, Stiggy, but he looks a lot more comfortable on these wet tyres, I will say. Scotty's gone there. He's gone into second, Scotty, so the track is slightly ramping up a little bit. Scotty, we're on board with you, mate. We're on board with you. We'll let that one slide, eh? No one likes a snitch. Let's jump on board with Natalie. Hey, Natalie, get it on the black stuff, mate. I'll grass you up straight away. Get it on the black stuff. You know, stop cutting corners. Nicely out of the way for the McLaren. I believe that's Stiggy on another flying lap. No, it wasn't. That was Clyde. He got out of the way of Clyde. So let's see. There's a Red Bull. That's Rage just about to start. We've got an Aston coming round there, coming round the last corner. He may be jumping into the pit. Yep, I believe that's Lenny. He's done 5 laps. We've got a Merc just coming round. I believe that's Bradders. Just about to start his next lap. He's persevered with the wet tyre. But Brad's just starting his lap. See, Scotty's more likely going to dip it in the pitch, yeah. Jump on board with Santi. Never commentated on him before. Marley, what happened, mate? What happened? Would you just lose it under traction and put it in the wall? Nice to see you in the chat, mate. And Santi goes faster, goes half a second faster near enough, and he puts himself back up into the top 5. He's got 5 minutes left of the session, 44% ERS. May try and rags it this lap, or he can sit back and go for a recharge lap. Speaking of that, let's jump on board with Stiggy. I believe Stiggy had a little recharge lap, but he's a 10th down, so he might... Oh, and he has a big moment into the second to last corner, and we're going to see him peel off into the pits for sure. There you go. Watch these pit entry, boys. Bit dangerous to pit entry here. Rostocker, how's he getting on? He's currently showing up. He's showing up. So let's see if he can... He improves by nearly a second on the inters and puts... Wow, what? I don't know. It's a mixture here. It depends on what tyre. That's all right, mate. That's all right. I was only pulling your chain, mate. No. What was it like? Just a reset or something? Lion, how you doing, buddy? Shame you're not racing tonight, mate. Oh man, you make me blush, Lion. You make me blush. That's all right, mate. That's Marley. Don't you worry about that, mate. Oh, with a Fanatec for repair. Boom. I get it, but Marley, don't worry, mate. Last to first starts tonight, mate. Last to first starts tonight. 14 people in the chat. Appreciate you, fellas. That's all right, mate. You'll smash it. You'll smash it. I'll keep my eye on you during the race, mate. Ain't worry about that. Rostocker's maybe going to go and try for a second run, or is he going to stick it in the pit now? Stiggy's got in the pit. We've got Jay Tyler, who's actually flipped over now to the wet. I believe Rostocker's going to peel off, yep. JM, he's just about to cross the line. He had a bit of a twitch there, did JM, but he's kept it going. He's showing half a second up, and he sticks it there. I told you, he's on fire at the minute, is JM. What a great lap. Mate, if you do last to first in one gear, mate, we fold the league tonight. If you do last to first with just one gear, we fold the league tonight. Seriously. Nothing else less to prove. Marley has won the game. Marley has completed the game. That's it. It's done. It's absolutely done. But yeah, as I was saying there, fantastic lap from JM. Got a man in form at the moment. Scotty's just set himself up on another lap. We've got a few drivers now coming to the end of their lap. I believe that's Santi, he's pulling into the pit. Now for Tauri, that's going to be Fixie. Fix. We're going to call him Fix. Come on. We've got a Merc just about to come out. There we go. Oh, steady. Steady there, Natalie. See you waving that arse about, lad. Steady. Let's stick on board. Let's stick on board with him. Well, mind you, we got his teammate further down the road. And even further there is Clyde. Clyde's 4 seconds down, so he's had a little bit of a recharge lap. Who's that just coming around the last corner? JM. He's on 100%, so he's had a recharge lap. Oh! Jay! Oh, he don't even need to change his tyres. I think I'd have to go and change his underwear after that. Damn. Alright, we've got little Bradders just about to come across the line now. Can he improve? He's down in the 11th. Can he get it into the 20s? Just misses out slightly, but does improve by just over half a second. Lenny on a 129.4 on the wet tyre. And look, he's just done that on the wet, but you got these boys behind him now in second, third and fourth. Championship leader and fourth currently come out on the Inders. It's a bit of a mixed match job here we've got tonight, lad. Stiggy's just about to come across the line. We've got Ferrari, I believe that's Scotty MT. He matches his time there, the Scotty, but he's still got enough ERS now to get round. This is going to be his last lap though, because he's only got 46 seconds left in the session. He's got enough ERS in the tank to get himself round. How's Rage doing with that 5 second time penalty? He's down in the 11th. Huss gets nicely out of the way there. Rage, there's Rage in the Red Bull just about to come round to start his lap. I believe that's Jay Tyler. Yep, he's getting out of the way, starting his lap. I believe that's a Williams there of Rostocker just about to come round. No, that's JM. JM's going to be slightly off the pace. There we go. He gets it round this time. Go on, Jay. Go smash it, lad. Go smash it, mate. Go on. We'll come back to Jay. He's just started his lap. Right, that's quali done. So Santi, he's already done now. He's down in 8th at best. Whoa, a Red Bull. That Rage did not want that. Here comes Voltec. Voltec stays in 10th. I believe that's Brad just pulled off into the pit. That's Farwaz down there, I believe. Farwaz improves 7 tenths, but only sticks himself up into 14th. Got the Ferrari there. Scotty's on the invalidated lap. Scotty's done at best. Scotty's 6. Got a McLaren just pulled into the pit. Stiggy's not going to improve. Got quite a few cars getting into the pit now. Yeah, mate. Natalie, the finish line's that way, mate. The finish line's that way. Thought he was going to try and do. I think that is pole position unless Jay, the man on form, can come up with something. No, he's currently down on his time, Jay, so I reckon that pole's safe for the moment. Yeah, Jay bails out the lap. Great effort there from Jay, though, in 5th place. Rage is the only one, but we see Rage talking to the barrier a little while ago, so I don't think Rage is going to improve. I bet you say that to all the men, didn't you? Eh, Natalie? The back end just wouldn't stick at all. I bet you say that to all the men, didn't you? Eh? I'm married, by the way, so them kind of comments won't get me. Just to let you know. Rage coming in. Typical wet weather session. Rage pulling into the pit with no wing at all. Rage retired from the session. He's actually got himself a 5-second grid penalty as well, so I think that'd be Rage at the back of the grid. Yeah, I bet they do. That's what they tell you to your face, mate. I bet you flex it to everyone in the gym, didn't you, when you go down there? So we got Lenny, great lap there in 1st, Stiggy in 2nd, Rostocker, mixture of tyres here. Look, Rostocker in 3rd, championship leader, Skizzo in 4th, JM, great qualifying from JM in 5th, Scotty MT in 6th, Mr. Steady Eddie, Jay Tyler a bit lower than he would have liked to have been. Santi, great qualifying from him in 8th place. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do, mate. I bet. Just thinking about you in Lycra, mate. Oof, I had to stop. Brad in 9th, Voltex in 10th, Rage in 11th, who's got 5 great grid penalty. The legend Clyde in 12th. Someone down there in 13th. But I think with Rage's grid penalty, that might move Marley. That might, and we're dry as a bone, mate. Dry as a bone. We're as dry as Natalie when she goes to the gym because we know. Oh yeah, it's a sprint. I keep forgetting about that. It's fucking Natalie. She's throwing me off my game. She is trying to concentrate and be a professional commentator. You know. So sprint is going to be what? Let's see if anybody sticks on the old soft tyre and tries to rip it with the soft all the way through. What, with 10 laps, 11 laps, I believe? You know, mate. You know it. Come on, mate. You know it. Slide into my DMs, Natalie. Come on. I'll let you do that. Go on. So if you're looking at what I'm looking at, you've got the above the Red Bull garage, you got the fella waving his hand. That's Natalie Pinkham's fan club. That is him and him only. Controls the social media and everything he does. Here we go. We're going to go straight off. 1 light, 4 light, 5 lights. And we're off. We're going to try and jump on board with Lenny. But I've seen we've got a few here. Look, Omar's managed to... No, it's maffed up again because sharing Omar in 1st place, but I definitely know Omar's not. Omar's back there. Stiggy seems that he's got the run on Lenny already. Stiggy's on the soft tyre. Let's try and get people's tyres up to see what they... we don't need lap delta. There we go. Stiggy and Jay Tyler are the only two. They like to go different, don't they, them two? They're like best buds, aren't they? So Lenny's going to have to stave off this first attack. And yeah, I was right, 10 laps. Well, I said 10 or 11, so I edged my bets. So we've got the tyres. So we know it's only Stiggy and Jay Tyler on the soft, so we can get rid of that. Gets right close to the wall there. There's our Lenny. Position change. JM's lost out of the grid. He's lost 2. Jay Tyler's currently the man on the move. Speaking of man on the move, Stiggy's absolutely sent it deep into the 3rd to last corner, and he's suffered now. He's absolutely suffered for that. There's an Alpha right at the back. I hope the wheel's all right, Marley. Let's keep on board with Marley, see how his wheel's getting on. See if his wheel's playing havoc. We'll just use this sprint as a test run, mate. Use the sprint as a test run, and you'll be alright for the main race. Got Jay Tyler's currently the man on the move. Oh, has a little bit of touchage on the back of Skizzo there. Opens the door now for Stiggy. Stiggy trying to make his way. We've got the two soft runners now. Let's see if they battle each other now. Ignore the timing boards for the time being, because it's typical EA. They're absolutely fluffed up. Pirate Danny down in 12th. He's made up one position. Rage is 11th. Oh no, he doesn't serve his, I believe he doesn't serve his grid penalty until the main race, because it's saying he's 11 and he hasn't lost anyone. Called out 10th now. They're only giving you possible race strategies, medium or hard, so it's going to be good to see if these boys on the softs can hold out the whole 10 laps. Tyres going to be absolutely screeching at the end. There we go. Rostock has had an absolute great start. He's got himself up at second, putting pressure right on Lenny. I haven't got my telemetry up. Let's get that up and we can have a look and see what people are playing with. Stiggy fastest lap on a 1:19.5. Just took it off Lenny. And I believe this is a double bite of the cherry around Australia. You hit the activation zone, sorry, for the first straight. It gives you DRS for both of the straights. So sometimes you use the first one to get yourself into position, and then you make your move. Oh, Rostocker goes right over the curb there. Stiggy's going to try and put him under big pressure now. Speaking of that, let's jump on board with Stiggy now. Lenny's got himself out of the DRS. Well, he did get himself out of the DRS, but he's managed to claw it back now as Rostocker. And I believe, yeah, here's another section where you never used to get DRS down this bit. You do now. Oh, Rostocker had a big moment, but then Stiggy couldn't capitalise. So he had a bit of a moment there as well, did Stiggy. Lenny currently cruising out in front, 1.2 seconds. We will find that Rostocker could come under attack now from Stiggy as he's lost the DRS. He's lost the DRS to Lenny in front, and Stiggy's already making his move. There goes Stiggy. And as you'll see, look, Stiggy's got the move done, and he's going to get a second bite of the DRS. Look, yeah, he has done, look. So he could come a cropper down this straight as well by Scotty. Scotty's going to try and put it down the inside. No, he doesn't. No, that's not even Scotty, that's Omar. Skizzo. Got battles going. So the top four now back to as we were. Jay Tyler. He's trying to get all over the back of Scotty. JM's just still staying pretty there. He's lost two off the start, but he's just maintaining his place, trying to stay on the back of Scotty. Got Brad just behind him. You got Santi in 9th. You got Rage in 10th. You got Voltex in 11th. Voltex and Rage are trying to have a right old shindig here. Here we go. Look at that. Pirate Danny's trying to have a bite as well. Is this where they make their moves? Is Rage going to get done by two cars? Voltex tries to go on the outside. Natalie's trying to go down the inside. Natalie doesn't see no space. Natalie pulls out. Oh, Rage has I think he caught a bit of Voltex's car there that nearly swung him round. He's coming under big pressure there. He's got a Haas of... no, that's the AlphaTauri of Fix, and he's got Clyde just behind him as well. Natalie's going to try and go. Let's try and get him on board. Whoa, gets right up close there. Voltex knows what time it is. He's just going to come under complete pressure now. Up free, gained the most positions to Natalie. She's flying at the minute. Fix and Clyde are going at it as well. Clyde seems to get the move done down the inside. Now let's jump back on board with the front boys, because Jay Tyler, he's in a Ferrari sandwich at the minute. Stiggy's managed to take Rostocker, but we see that, so he's maintained his place. But is he going to try and close the gap on Lenny? Lenny seems to be cruising out in front in a minute, under no pressure whatsoever. I reckon these soft tyres, Stiggy maybe have about another lap probably. of decent life left, and he's just going to be hanging on, I do believe. Jay Tyler and Scotty having a right old shindig here at the back. And little JM's just watching all of this play out, wondering and pondering whether to make his move. But he has got Santi and Brad just behind him. Here we go. We're sitting on board with JM as we are currently. We're going to jump forward to Scotty. We're going to jump off board. Let's see if Scotty can get his move done on this next straight. So there we go. As I was saying previously, use that first straight to get yourself as close as you can. And now this is where you attack and make your move. Let's jump on board. Seems like Jay Tyler's had a decent exit there. Ooh, Scotty kind of gets put off by him. Jay in front of him. Manages to hold his position there. But he needs to fight to keep himself within that 1 second. Lenny, as we can see there, look, maintaining that 1.4 gap. Yeah, Scotty's easily maintained that. So he's going to get his DRS activated now. And we're in a big DRS train from 2nd down to 9th. We've got lap 6. The sprint's absolutely flown by. Well, I believe it would be, because obviously it's now only like a 1 minute 15 lap. That was a great exit there from Scotty. Great exit there from this chicane, turn 11 and 12, the high speed chicane. Got himself right back on the attack of Jay Tyler. Now we're going to see Lenny starting to stretch his lead now. He's got it out to 1.5. And these soft tyres starting to go away now for Stiggy. And albeit if they're going away for Stiggy, I believe they'll be going away for Jay Tyler also, because Jay Tyler's on the soft. Fire it down it. Oh, Scotty grabs that bit too much curb there, but he manages to keep hold. Rostocker and Stiggy going at it. Natalie Pinkham picks up the old time penalty, and she's managed to get done by Rage as well. Rage has managed to get Natalie down there yet. So yeah, I think Stiggy's tyres are starting to go off now. Look, 1.8 now, Lenny. He's an absolute fantastic driver, these boys in this division. All the drivers in PGR are fantastic. But Lenny, he's a bit like JM as well, found some right form these last few weeks. He's always had form about him, old Lenny. Is Stiggy now going to try and come back at the Rostocker? No, I think we can see them medium tyres. Oh, and just speaking about that, here comes Skizzo just about to stick it down the inside. Oh, there's a bit of a tank slapper. Scotty's managed to take Jay Tyler also. So the decision to start on the soft tyre could be coming back. And no, JM's lost out. Caution sector 3. I think we're all back now. Jay's lost out a couple of places to Brad and to Santi. Got the two Ferrari boys looking solid. They're currently leading the championship. The constructors by 50 odd points, I was saying earlier. So they're doing all they can now to get their hands on that constructors for the time being. He's run away with this. And oh, it was Jay Tyler trying to get down the inside of Scotty. Oh, had to slightly get out of it there. But he's left Scotty the inside. He manages to get him round. Marley, fastest lap, 1:19.4. That's how you do it, Marley. That's how you do it, mate. So Jay Tyler's managed to get the move done. But they're now 1.5 seconds behind Skizzo. So he could come under pressure now on the very next lap. He could come under pressure from Scotty on this next lap now. And they're having a right old battle in front as well. As Rostocker's managed to get back in front of Stiggy. Caution sector 3, that's fixed. Here we go. On board with the Rostocker. Stiggy in his slipstream. Stiggy's going to try and get the move done early and then use the second DRS straight to try and pull away. But Rostocker's not letting him go nowhere. Santi gets another time, but gets the first time penalty for himself. These boys on these soft tyres are still making themselves, still using their tyres to attack. And we're 9 laps into this sprint race. We've got 1.5 laps left. Currently sitting out in front is Lenny, 3.5. Absolutely run away with his sprint as Lenny. Stocker now maybe coming under pressure. We're going to jump on board with Omar, who's managed to get the move. He's got a double done there as Omar. What a great overtake there. Fantastic. We just caught the end of that. That was an absolute move and a half there from Skizzo. Caution sector 1. That's fixed. He's had a moment at turn 1 and 2. That was some fantastic overtaking there. But is he going to come under fire now from Rostocker and Stiggy behind? Oh, Rostocker loses it on the exit. We had a rear view of that. Rostocker's got too much curb and he's lost it on the exit. Trying to push to maybe get up to Omar. There's not going to be no safety car. That's unlucky from Rostocker. He drove an absolute fantastic race. Scotty has left the session. Right, sorry lads, let me get Scotty an invite this, because if we can get him back in time before the Scotty, there you are buddy, game invite sent. I'm going to send you another one. I've sent you 2 invites there Scotty mate. Let's try and get him back in his car before we reach and before we start the feature race. Glide, 3-second time penalty. Unlucky Rostocker mate, we had a perfect view of that, not that you wanted to, but Lenny currently running away with this now, 2.7. Although Omar, a few more laps. Omar could have been right on the back of him. He's closed by near enough a second. Oh, he goes quite deep there, does Omar. Trying to see off. Yeah, well, I was looking on the rear wing of Omar and I see you get all over the curb. If you watch the stream, not that you're going to want to watch it back, but there we go. Lenny crosses the line, 10 laps in. Looking for a notification at the bottom that Scotty MT rejoins the session. Great drive from the championship leader Omar as well. Got Stiggy in 3rd, Jay Tyler in 4th, we've got Brad in 5th, JM in 6th, we've got Santi in 7th, Scotty MT. Hard luck there, he would have been on for 5th place there if he wouldn't have left the, he wouldn't have got, well I don't think he left, I think he's been kicked from the session. Scotty down in 8th. Got Rage in 9th. If you feel that, Stiggy, mate, let's put your reports in, lads. If you feel anything that I've done by, stick it in reports, and they're fantastic team of stewards. We'll get it dealt with. Natalie Pinkham down in 9th. This guy in 11th. Farwaz in 12th. Voltex in 13th. Marley in 14th. 15th is fixed. And Rostocker, sadly, which we see on the stream, DNF. Let's can't get Scotty an invite now because we're out of here now. Jay Tyler, driver of the day for the sprint. F2 on a Wednesday, I'll pick one for each. But what I do is in Formula One, I only pick one for the whole weekend, so we'll have to keep these sprints in mind. We can actually flip through both of the results, as you can see here. So we'll have a little butchers at this at the end. We'll have a little butchers at the end to pick our driver of the day. But that was a decent drive there from Jay Tyler. Very controlled drive there from Lenny. I know, Scotty, mate. Are you back in the lobby, mate? I threw you 2 invites quickly. Yeah, you was up in 5th as well, weren't you? You was up in 5th, yeah. You ended up losing, what, 3 places on that last lap. I had that, mate. I had that towards the end of my life with my PlayStation. I don't know if you got a 4 or 5, but towards the end of my life with my PlayStation 4, I think I'd done a 50% race around Monaco, and I think I got booted out of the lobby 4 times. So, but yeah, hopefully you're back in the lobby. Hopefully it manages to hold out for these next 20 odd laps, and you should be all right. But yeah, that was sickening, mate. You got minded doing it in between races. it sounds exactly like what was happening to mine. I think my PlayStation 4 just kept overheating. And yeah, it's got to a stage where I was just getting absolute. I remember one race, it was in PGR actually, when that was in PGR, I was in another league I raced in. I was on for, I think it was like lap 19 around Bahrain. I was in second. And yeah, I got kicked out of the lobby. And by the time I jumped back in, the game had picked me for some reason. I ended up 19th. Fuming. Fuming. Right, so we're just waiting for everyone to get their strategies on. And then we should be a go. We should be a go for, what is it, 26, I'm going to say? 26 laps. And we're straight off again. I think this is where Rage will get his grid penalty. 29. Jay Tyler's absolutely had a fantastic start. Brad's had a decent start as well. But no. I'm not believing that. I'm not believing that. Because mine's showing Leonard down in last place. And no, we need to get round. Let's get at least a lap on the board and then we should be all right. But it looked like Jay Tyler an absolute fantastic start. We need to let this reset itself because it's we're sitting on board. There we go. It's all reset itself now. So yeah, it was Jay Tyler, and yeah, I think it was Brad. Brad started in 5th. Oh yeah, because that's where he finished the sprint, didn't he? So yeah. Let's look at people's tyres. Brad's actually on the soft. Yeah, it's telling you possible race strategy. You could go soft to medium. Here goes Stiggy on the outside. Lenny takes the defensive line. Stiggy goes last of the late breakers. Manages to stave him off just for now, but this is just going to reel Jay Tyler into this now, and you've got Brad right there as well, trying to get himself involved. So let's see if Stiggy puts him under pressure now again. Stiggy looks like he's got a fast car underneath him tonight. Oh, slightly misses the apex, runs a bit wide. It's going to compromise his exit. He ain't going to be able to stay on the attack. Not going to be able to stay on the attack to Lenny. And he needs to keep in mind he's got a very fast Jay Tyler behind him and Brad on the soft tyre also. Oh, well, a bit wide there on the exit with Lenny. That could be a warning. We're not too sure about that. But he had, I think, all 4 wheels over the white line. Here we go. Here comes Stiggy now. Wants to get him. He's got a fast car underneath him. Wow. Here goes Stiggy now. I think Lenny senses that he's got the faster car. So Lenny just lets him go. Stiggy manages to get the move done. And he got it. Just a little pinch of DRS right at the end, but he managed to get that move done without any DRS. Now it's Stiggy's turn to go to the defensive line. And remember, all this time we got Brad, and now we got JM joining the crew. Nice to see Scotty back in the lobby. Scotty's going to be on the back of this. He's already on the back of this now. Ross Docker and Clyde having a right old ding-donger back here. With Voltex also as well. Wow, looks like that Fix was actually pushing the car through the corner there. Now is Lenny going to make this? Move under the DRS? Didn't seem to have his wing open there, so maybe it's not available yet. It should be. We're on lap 3. So we've got Stiggy, followed by Lenny, followed by Jay Tyler, followed by a fast Brad on the soft tyre, followed by JM, followed by Scotty MT, who's got himself right into this fight now. Santi's trying his best to keep onto the back of Scotty. It looks like Omar had an absolute terrible start given the tyre that he's on. Omar down 5, yeah. But he is on the hard tyres, so he's playing the long game, is Omar. It's absolutely kicking off here in front. Lenny manages to get the move done. That was fantastic driving there from Brad. Great width. Look here, it's absolutely like a car park back here. It's like an absolute. And here goes Brad into first place, you little legend. Yes, Brad. It's absolutely kicking off here. Let's have a look at this. Yes, Natalie with the fastest lap, 120.9. Brad's making them soft tyres work. Yeah, it's absolutely kicking off back here. Look, everyone's getting involved now. Oh, Jay Tyler had a bit of a moment on the exit. See a little bit of wheel banging when we joined this battle, but Brad didn't mind that. Brad's just got his head down and Brad's just trying to pump out now and get that 1 second in front. Fantastic from Brad at the moment, up 4 places. Brad just wants these boys behind him to get a little bit of a battle going on. A little bit of a battle going on if they can, and they'll just allow him to extend his lead. Now, if Lenny makes a move into this chicane, that could make... They've closed slightly. They've closed in 3/10. He was 0.9, was Brad. Now he's 0.7. But it's how long does Brad feel that he can go on these soft tyres? That's the question. It's all changed at the front. You got Lenny down 2. You got Scotty. He's had a great start. He's up 4. So here we go now. We've seen Stiggy's got an absolute lightning bolt of a car underneath him. Will Brad be able to use the advantage of his soft tyre on the exit of these turns, using now 5-lap-old soft tyres? And it's not happening for Brad at the minute. Brad wants these boys behind him to get into a battle, which is not happening. So they're kind of gaining now on Brad. This is what Brad didn't want. Oh, Jay Tyler has a bit of a moment there as well. And right close to Brad now. So all that advantage Brad built up, it's all disappeared now. Pardon me, Jay Tyler now gets the move done. Here goes Lenny. Going to try and make it 3 wide. Going to see him come around the corner now. They both get Brad's been done twice now by 2 cars. Lenny's trying to keep Jay Tyler completely honest here, not letting him go away. Got Scotty MT coming up to one of his old foes, little Brad. So it's all calmed down for the time being. So we've got Jay Tyler, followed by Lenny, followed by Brad. Great drive so far from Brad. Followed by Scotty M2's up 4. One of the biggest movers. Rostocker down there in 11th, up 5. Is this where Scotty MT makes his move on Brad? Brad's still got the aid of DRS from the car in front, so that could be helping Brad out big time. But Scotty looks like he's actually pushing him through that turn 1. Brad's tyre's starting to go off. There you go, Scotty gets his move done now up into the podium positions. A bit too early to start talking about podium yet. We're only 6 of 29. But he's doing the best he can here. Scotty MT. Got Jay Tyler still coming under hella pressure from Lenny in 2nd place. And I feel a few of these cars here now, for example, Stiggy, he's going to maybe feel that Brad on them soft tyres are holding him up. So he's going to want to try and get the move done, which is what he's doing there. Fantastic there from Stiggy. Now Brad's got a little bit of a respite because he's got 1.4 to JM behind. So Brad maybe wants to try and let these softs take him as long as he feels they can, but just keep on the back of these boys here and just let them string him along with that DRS. So I think with 6-lap-old soft tyres now, he ain't going to be able to fight, is Brad. But speaking of fighting, here we go. Jay Tyler, he's lost out to Lenny in front, but he might try and put him under pressure. Scotty MT looking very racy. Very, very racy, Scotty MT. He's going to want to now put Jay Tyler under big pressure. Caution sector 3, caution sector 3. That's an Aston. Aston's at the moment, that's Voltex. Both their rear wings are going to open now, but Lenny, as we see in the sprint, he's got a lot of pace here around Australia. Big puff of smoke from the back of Jay Tyler's car. And speaking of that 1.4, JM's now closed that gap. And let's not forget about Skizzo. He's going to be coming into this race now on these hard tyres. Again, let's give you the tyre update. Rage gets a 3-second time penalty. We've got Skizzo and Santi on the hard tyre in the top 10. Voltex is in the pit. So here goes Scotty and Tyler. Scotty managed to get the move done on Tyler. But that bit of battling again now. Look, we see it in the sprint race. If Lenny gets himself a bit of a gap, he's just going to try and pull away. He's now got 1.5. But Scotty looks very fast. Very fast in this feature race. Very, very fast. Nice, he's turned it. Oh, there's a big twitch on the exit with Jay Tyler there. But he's going to just maybe try and get as close as he can, or is he going to actually make the move? Yeah, he gets as close as he can. He feels that he may have enough down this second straight to take Scotty. Brad's still cracking on with his 7-lap-old soft tyres. Is this where Jay Tyler makes the move? No, he doesn't. Scotty had enough to stave him off that time round. 2 seconds now, Lenny's got the gap out too. Stiggy's fell back behind Brad. That's not what Stiggy wanted. Stiggy wants to be looking forward, not behind him. Brad's doing an absolute hell of a job on them soft tyres. Fantastic. We did see Stiggy. Jay Tyler manages to get... and Scotty gets done by Brad also. They found the second lease of life. Hello, Stephen. Hope you're well, mate. Nice and warm, is it for you? Brad's found the second lease of life on these soft tyres. Wow. Mind you, in the sprint, we did see Stiggy and Jay Tyler still looking very racy on their soft tyres after... And Brad decides to stay out. He's not going in just yet. And he's just managed to keep the DRS to Jay Tyler in front of him. That's going to help him big time down these 2 straights, because he's got a very racy Scotty and Stiggy just behind him. They need to get Brad out of the way as quick as they can for their own races. Brad's looking very, very racy, but now he's lost that DRS, so he could come under pressure down this next long straight. He could be having 2 cars attacking him, maybe even 3 with JM there as well. And let's not forget about Santi and Skizzo on their hard tyre. These mediums are going to start going off now as well. And this is what I was talking about. Is this where Brad comes under fire now? Definitely from Scotty. Definitely from Scotty. Brad takes the inside line. Is Stiggy going to be able to get the move done? Not down the first part, but he may be down the second part. Brad's exit. Look, Brad looks like he's got a far. Brad's managed to stay. I thought Brad was going to get done twice there. He hasn't. We're on board with JM now. Look how many cars you got there. Look. Lenny's now got out to 2.7. Oh, Marley up there in 7th. Marley. We haven't even looked at him. Marley's flying at the moment. How many positions is... I might know he done all right in the sprint race, didn't he? Position change, Marley. Rage is DNF, safety car. That's come at a perfect time for Brad. That's come at an absolute perfect time for Brad. The hard runners are not going to like this. The mediums possibly, because the mediums could flip a hard on and go to the end now. Will Brad feel that he can go on to mediums from here? With most of these drivers, I don't think the medium, we're going to do 2 laps under the safety car. What do you reckon, chat? Do you reckon Brad's going to be able to put the medium on and go to the end? These hard tyres are not going to like that, because they're going to have to go to medium and they could struggle to get to the end. But that couldn't come at a better time. If Brad decides to put the hard on, then unlucky Rage. If Brad decides to put the hard on, then he should be able to go to the end. But then he's going to be the same as the cars around him. So let's see what people's decisions are. Will Lenny pit? We'll soon find out. This is going to bunch the track up again. The pack, sorry, not the track. Lenny, Pitts, Tyler, Pitts, Scotty, Pitts, Stiggy, Pitts, Brad, definitely Pitts. What the hard runners going to do? The hard runners are pitting. Everyone's jumping into the pit. Everyone's jumping into the pit. Everyone's pitting. Everyone's pitting. Will Omar get a hold up? Will Omar? No, Scotty's back out. It looks like Rostocker got held up. It looks like Rostocker got double stacked. So there we go. Brad, hard. Santi, medium. Omar, soft. Wow, maybe he's banking on another safety car. Or could there be a little bit of rain in the air? Wow. And on that note, while we're waiting for Voltex, I'm going to go and get myself a drink, lads. I'll be back. Right, lads, right, safety car. One minute, lads. We're back, lads. Safety car should be in this lap. Nah, Red Bull, Stephen. Oh, straight up down, mate. We're on the Red Bull. So, we've got Omar, the championship leader, who changed to the soft tyre. So it's all calm now, just before we get the restart again. And then he's going to be leading the pack round now. He's going to give that safety car a big wide stance, let him get off out into the distance. And he's got Jay Tyler right behind him. He's got Scotty MT, Stiggy, Brad. What about JM? Santi on the medium now. He's going to want to be making moves. Marley. Got Omar behind him on the soft tyre. Got Natalie there in 10th. He's followed by Rostocker. Followed by this Clyde on the soft tyre also. Firewise on the hard. And now Jay Tyler. And Lenny. Lenny's gone. Safety car right there. Nah, Omar fell right down the pack. What's happened to Omar? Rostock a 5-second time penalty for another yellow flag. Sanity's making these moves now through the pack. He's managed to gain one position on JM. Rostocker doesn't look like he's going to pit again, so he might be able to get that 5-second removed. He might be able to get that 5-second time penalty removed. As long as he can provide the footage, he should be alright. Looked like maybe there was an incident in front of him. But here we go, we've got Brad all over the back of Scotty. Jay Tyler trying to put some pressure on Lenny. We did see Lenny starting to race away on the first stint of the race. Let's see if he can do the same with these hard tyres. JM, Marley and Rostock are all going at it now. The two Williams boys behind each other. Maybe that was Jay letting his teammate go through. Santi's going to want to try and put some Brad under pressure. These hard runners, these soft runners at the back. Oh, I don't know what happened to Omar at the restart. Maybe he got clipped, or maybe he didn't have the greatest of starts, but he fell right down the pack, to the back of the pack, actually. Rostocker sets the fastest lap on a 120.6, but surely that's going to be beaten. Santi looking very racy on his medium tyres. But he needs to try and make them last the whole distance if he can. He's got another 15 laps. Might be able to do it. Might be struggling slightly at the end of his run, but he should be alright. So, here we go. We're just waiting for the DRS to come active again. Pirate Danny. Danny, come on. Come on. 3-second time penalty. For Pirate Danny. For Pirate Danny, a.k.a. Natalie Pinkham. So Jay Tyler's going to try and put Lenny under some pressure now. These boys on the hards will be getting all the way to the end of this race, which is another 16 laps, I believe, including the one we're on. 16 full racing laps, safety car depending. And here we go. This is where the DRS is going to come available now. Bet you won't get it on this straight or the next one, but the back straight you will. Should get it now. 120.2 from Lenny. There we go, DR at 119.8 from Fix. But it won't be no DRS now, but on the back straight, as I mentioned, it will all come available. Scotty's fell 1 second behind Stiggy. He's going to try and claw that back in time by the time they get to the DRS. Otherwise, he could be coming under pressure from Brad behind him. But is this where these front three make their move? Oh, got very close to the wall there, did Lenny. Wow. Very close to the wall. Big puff of dust come flying up. There we go. Here we see Jay Tyler now closing in. That's a slight lift off. Feels that maybe he can get his move done down this straight here. Absolutely flying now. Gets the move done. Lenny's not giving it up though. Lenny's still, oh, bit of nearly coming together there. Stiggy's going to be sitting there looking to pick up the pieces. Going to get very racy now. Caution, sector 3. Who's that? That's Fix. Is that a moment? It's going to about that kick off now with these three up front. You know they like the race hard, these three. There goes Lenny now. With Jay Tyler come under attack with Stiggy with the DRS. No, doesn't manage to get close enough now. Santi and Brad are going right at it here as well. Oh, and they've gone too wide round there. Wow. Manages to get it done. Santi, but will Brad feel that he got pushed out and that's why he got the penalty? So if Brad can go the rest of this race without any warnings, he may be able to get that penalty removed. See what the stewards say. Jay Tyler and Lenny all going at it now. Going to jump on board here with Stiggy. Stiggy's now going to have DRS also. And we see in the sprint race, he's got an absolute flyer of a car in a straight line. Gives him the space. Mediums go to the. I was asking that question, mate. 3 second corner for 3 second time penalty for corner cutting for Rostocker. I don't think they will, mate. I don't think they will. Here we go. We'll be free at the front. Stiggy's just trying to get himself some clean air if he can. Rostocker has DNF, and that's a virtual safety car. Rostocker's DNF'd. Where's Rostocker DNF'd? It's a double DNF around Australia for Rostocker. That might have been in the same place where he DNF'd in the sprint, coming off the last corner. Very difficult last turn that in Australia. It's only a virtual safety car though. It's only a virtual. I reckon it'll stay virtual until we're back to green flag racing on lap 17. Whoa! Lenny's just picked up a 5 second time penalty for a collision with Jay Tyler. Wow. There's going to be some messages in the stewards after this race. Absolute kicking off at the front here. What's going on here, lads? Santi's DNF'd. Santi's DNF. Stiggy's DNF. What's happening here? What is happening here? Race has been red flagged. What is going on? I don't know what's happened there. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know, mate. Upload your footage, lads. But that looked like some absolute. I don't know what's going on. But you're under virtual safety car conditions, lads. I don't know what all the racy bits are and what's going on. Alright, we're going to get an insight as to what happened now. We're going to get an insight as to what's happened. Bear with me, lads. Stiggy's retired from the session. I think Stiggy's got caught up with what was going on between.
Good evening.
Brad's on the DNF. I didn't even know. It's good evening, mate. Brad's DNF'd as well. I don't know what's happened here. I see some skullduggery between Lenny and JT. What the hell was going on there?
Obviously, there was an incident with Rostocker where he seemed to retire, and there was then a VSC that got called because of that. I think JT. I don't want to say anything to be biased either way, but JT had to brake because of Delta. So his Delta went, and Leonard's didn't react to it. Obviously, we need to check the footage because I don't know if it was. I don't think it was a brake check or anything like that. There was just Delta and it failed to react. Obviously, then Leonard lost his wing, who was then going to go into the pits. The safety car or the VSC got ended, and everyone went green. And then safety car then got deployed, which meant JT braked, Leonard braked, I also braked but not fast enough, and it took me out of the race.
Wow.
So we were all, we obviously none of us got the notification that a safety car got called out afterwards. So, JT put his foot down, I put my foot down. He had to stop because of the Delta that then got reset because of the safety car. And that's what caused myself, possibly Brad as well, and Judge Santi all from having the same problem.
Well, so that's it, because I don't know why, but I see that from my point of view, I see Scotty's got 5 second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Scotty's had enough today. Scotty's had enough for today. I believe quite a few drivers have just had enough. I don't think for 1 minute that this is over between Leonard and Jay Tyler. I think they're going to. Marley's got himself in between them though, but I see virtual safety from my point of view, Stiggy. I see virtual safety car. Lenny's picked up a penalty. Don't know. You've explained how. But then under virtual safety car conditions, I see cars putting alongside each other, which shouldn't be done anyway under virtual safety car. You're supposed to stay in single file. And I don't get it.
I didn't see what happened behind. Obviously, all I saw was what happened with with JT and Leo. I said, like, JT slowed down because of Delta. I don't think it's in JT's rule book to brake check anybody. Jokes
And wait there,
aside,
sorry
that
to
is not.
interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you, Stiggy. I've just in the chat. There's no room for that in league racing. I've just got taken out on purpose from Scotty MT, who is actually one of the head stewards. So, and
Well,
I'm not being any biased or anything here, but I do believe I've known Scotty for a long time since I've raced in this league, and he's not one for just putting comments into the chat. He would only
no,
put something
agreed.
in there if he feels that he's been hardly done by. I've been in chats before where people just comment for the sake of commenting, but
Yeah,
that's not in Scotty MT's makeup. I'll be the first
no.
person to admit that. So for him to put that in the chat is he's been taken out on purpose.
Yeah, agreed. I think it's unlikely that the I think it's uncommon anyway that people in this tier. I mean, I know we have joke stuff, but JT included wouldn't be, I think, attacking deliberately in terms of, someone loses their front wing and then their job is to then take
So
out the
here we
person
go.
that
Look, I
caused
had
that.
to brake for my Delta. Giza hit my rear, and that's another shout out as well because he's not actually naming that. This we dealt with in the chat, but he's not
Yeah.
naming them on it during the stream. So respect for that, Scotty, as well. Giza hit my rear, obviously got wing damage, and then he lost his head and took me out on purpose. So big shout out there for Scotty. I know maybe emotions are running high at the minute, but for him, he's just put him down as Giza, so we don't actually know
No,
what
okay,
driver.
I know who it is, and if you look at the Legacy chat, the main screen, DSL Brad has put a video in, and it is plain obvious who it is. He is not a regular on the Legacy tier, so. But yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, again, Scotty had to brake because of Delta. After all, it is going into a fast sector of the Delta. The problem is the Delta on this game is
Is
ridiculously weird. It's really weird.
yeah.
So Scotty broke, and the car behind obviously lost their front wing. Same with what happened to Leonard. Leonard had the same problem on JT. And the other car involved in the accident. I mean, it's up to you as the comms manager, mate, if you want to name who it was. But the car hit Scotty deliberately and took him out the race, and that might well be what caused the safety car, which then meant that myself, possibly Brad as well, both got involved in someone else's accident.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
I think, to be fair, I want to check the footage because I think I'll be reporting it. But if that was the reason why the safety car got called out, which then caused myself and Brad to have problems, that needs to be addressed immediately.
Of course, yeah.
Um,
There's no room for that in this league. As Scotty fairly put in his chat, there's no room for that kind of racing in this league. And for some reason, I seem to have lost the volume on my
I also
stream.
have lost game volume as well. I can't find
I've
it
lost the
either.
game volume, so I do
I'll do the noise
apologise for
support. He's
that,
got on board with
lads.
JT. He's going around the
So here
outside
we
now into
go,
turn one. Here we go.
JT, and let's hope this clean racing from here on out, lads, would be
Yeah,
nice.
I think, to be fair, actually, JT and Leonard, they've actually played quite fair to be able with each other. I mean, they've both had close racing in this specific race. I mean, the sprint race was a bit different between me and Leonard, but in this specific race, they've both ran each other out of rooms, squeezed each other off the road,
Yeah,
and then they've both actually given way at the earliest opportunity. So, to be fair, it's been harsh, but fair. I don't know what's happened, obviously, with the VSC. But I think JT and Leonard, to be fair, it's actually been quite good racing. It's been respectful from them both. I mean, obviously, I sit on a call with JT when we do these races, and there's been no, you know, it's all been very fair. Always side by side through the. I
and
spoke
there
too
we
soon.
go. There we
I
go.
spoke too soon.
It's all done again now. Marley finds himself in first place. Now I'm just looking at this. I'm
So we've
looking at
got
Brad's
no
video
wing.
now. So we've got safety
Yeah.
car up there. So I'm just looking at this. Now it gives me time. There we go. That's how I see Brad. So what's happened there? Yeah, that's a. I'm looking at now. I'm looking at it again. Cuts the corner straight into the back end of Scotty. That's a deliberate takeout if ever I've seen anything. If ever I've seen. And he's also commented, "What a shame." And I do think
Yeah. My wheel's going mental because I'm streaming.
so.
Uh,
Sandy's now jumped in the chat. Scotty, I don't know if you see the message prior to that, Santi, but Scotty has just said he'll hold his hands up. It may have seemed like a brake check, but he was below his delta. But I
Yeah,
believe
agreed.
even if you do feel that that was the case, it was definitely not a brake check. But you can't react like that. You report him, you leave it in the steward's room, and this race is going to be one to be remembered for a long time. There's going to be a lot of fallout from this race.
Unbelievably, credit where credit is due, JM is currently leading the race. I've got audio back, by the way, Mick. So if you unplug your, are you on a wheel or on a controller?
I'm on the controller.
If you turn your controller off and turn it on again, and it'll obviously tell you that the controller's been disconnected, and then just open it up again, and it'll come back. The audio will come back.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm back.
There we go. Is that
There we
working
go.
now?
Yeah, so JM is in. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of fallout from this race. I do believe.
So,
But yeah, there's going to be an absolute fallout. It's absolute kicked off without fine. I think there's going to be a fallout between these two after the race is done. Lenny and Jay Tyler. It's going to be a big, because I'm all one for fast racing, but sometimes I'm not going to lie, sometimes, again, not sitting, you know me, I don't sit on the fence for nothing, but I think sometimes they slightly go over the line of aggressive squeezing. I'm all one for aggressive driving and stuff like that, but I don't know, I think it needs to be.
yeah, I mean, we need to work out what happened. I'm just trying to get in touch with Scotty and Brad in direct messages to see if I can work out, what they saw, because obviously I only had to react to what I saw in front of me, which was, guys hit the brakes because of the Delta being deployed. But we all have the same problem. Really, I think. I actually think Leonard got damaged from hitting JT because of the safety car getting called out, which I then got taken out as well. Now, I'm not blaming JT for this because he had his Delta and stuff to adhere to. I think based on what we've seen footage-wise, we need to at least initially. I want to speak to them.
I'm going to be perfectly honest as well, trying to make a little bit of light of the situation, but whoever are the legacy stewards, and if you listen to the stream, book tomorrow off work, lads.
Yeah.
Book tomorrow off work because you're going to be busy.
Yeah, I'm just going to send a quick voice out to Brad just to quickly work out what's happening there, so I'll jump on mute for a second.
No problem. So we're here now, look, we're on lap 25 or 29. Just still trying to recover from what has happened previously. Do know there's been a big problem with the Delta on this game. Excited to see that footage. You're not the only one, Lion. So we just safety cars in this lap, and then we're back to 4 racing laps left, and then we'll get to the end of this and let it all be dealt with in the stewards. Surely there's going to be a mountain of videos uploaded. There's going to be a big massive fallout to Santi and Scotty MT incident. But yeah, Scotty's already held his hand up. He went over the Delta, did have to brake, would have fairly been reported for that and took his punishment on the chin. But then purposely driving into the back of someone. I think I've been in races before where the guy in front, and it's not nice. You get heated, but you don't go driving into the back of someone and take them cleanly out of the race, thus affecting other people's races also. But yeah, look, I'm here to commentate. We'll let the stewards and the admins of the league deal with all that. But we're back now. JM's gone. JM's done an absolute fantastic start. I said before the race, absolute man on a mission. That's just going to whet Jay Tyler's appetite even more. Getting a 3-second time penalty there. He's got Lenny in front of him. Let's hope these two keep it clean for the rest of the race. Caution set to 1. Voltex is at a moment. JM now he's on lap 26 to 29. Currently flying at the moment. Let's keep an eye back here because we don't want it all kicking off again. Got Lenny behind Fix. He's going to try and get some moves done as soon as he can. Championship leader after all this is fun out. Look, we've got old Natalie Pinkham up in the third place. Got himself up into the podium. Leonard manages to get the move done on Fix.
So, hello, I'm just come back. So I've just spoken to, so Scotty's just messaged me, and I'm just on seeing his footage here. So, okay, the VSC is saying it's ending. Scotty's delta was 1.1, and it shoots down to like 0.8. So then Scott hits the brakes, but I've noticed that the Alfa Romeo comes flying up behind him, going through the second DRS zone, through the before the S section, and just can't react in time, so loses front wing. Scotty then carries on. I'm just on board here, and then the Alpine just straight lines straight lines.
Yeah, I see from Brad's footage. Yeah, he cuts the corner, and I've just seen Fix's car has just been clipped by the back end of Jay Tyler, put Fix into the barrier.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at Brad's footage now, the onboard as well, and I get Brad's so I'm looking at the onboard footage from Brad. So he shows the accident between him and Scott, and then Brad's, I assume, is mentally recovering from what he just saw, and I'm obviously beached in the middle of the track, retired, and Brad has nowhere to go and loses wheel on me. Yeah,
well, it's going to have a lot to play out after this race. We've got Omar's now reeling in JMT. He did have that out to over 1 second, but he's remember these guys here. Bear with me one moment. If I can get I'm still trying to. Right, they've got 3 seconds behind him. So if JM can hold on, and remember these two drivers have got 3 seconds. They've both got 3 seconds behind, and you've got Clyde just behind this. So Clyde could be looking at possibly a net second place.
Rooting for my boy Clyde, obviously my teammate here. He's been a good job so far. Keep his head clean. So it's like Leonard. Leonard must have some sort of floor damage, being 2 seconds behind. Let's have a look to see how he's going through these corners. Obviously, can't look at his car. His car looks intact. Yeah, the front wing is intact. The rear wing looks intact as well. But he's losing time to the cars in front. I don't know if he's, struggling with any damage or anything. I mean, JT, from like floor. But yeah, so absolutely. This is the thing. It's all got a yellow flag. Looks like someone's. JT has spun it.
Well, I think JT. Yeah, I think he's just driving angry at the minute. He's just driving angry at the minute. So Omar now, he's just managed to take JM, but JM doesn't want to get involved in any of that. JM can see that Omar's got the 3 second time penalty. So JM's just going to try and stay on the back of him. I'm just, I may not be my normal self on the comms at the minute. I'm just lost for a little bit of words. And Mickey's never lost for words. Mickey's never lost for words. So it's just a bit.
Mate, and you've never been so quiet.
I can't believe what's happened, and obviously, it's been absolutely crazy.
Yeah, round of the final lap, we've got Omar obviously leading with 3 seconds, so JM just needs to hold out here. Same for Clyde. Clyde needs to hold out. Leonard might actually be able to scratch a podium from this if he hurries up enough. He definitely is suffering for some understeer on the front end of that car, though. It looks to be struggling through the medium to high speed corners. So he's going to have to try really hard to try and stick with the guys with penalties in front of him.
Yeah, so we're in now. Omar leading us around the last lap. I'm just speechless, lads. Honestly, I'm so taken aback by what's happened. And Jock, I hope you're doing well, buddy. I hope you're well, mate. You've just missed an absolute carnage, Jock. Missed absolute carnage. People flying across the track and taking other drivers out on purpose. It's all going to there's going to be plenty of fallout from this Australian Grand Prix tonight, I'll tell you that. Oh, no, that was a bit of lag there. No, it wasn't. It was actually a moment there from Skizzo, and JM's going to actually... And I'm not going to lie. It's nice winning a victory, but you always want to...
Is he going to do it on track? Is JM going to do it? Is JM about to win? This is his first race, whether his first race win, but it's been his first one in a while here. This is all yours, Mick.
Yeah,
you've done a big
and JM, we're going to stick on board with JM. Said before the race, the man on form at the minute, and he's come true to form. And he's bringing it home, the Australian Grand Prix. Don't even need to look at the rest of the grid. JM, driver of the day, winner of Australian Legacy. Absolute fantastic drive, been absolute on fire. But yeah, I don't even have to wait till we get to the end of the race. I've already named it now, driver of the day. Not only has he won the Grand Prix, he's won my driver of the day also. followed by home by a great drive from Clyde.
Clyde, great work, P2. Thank you,
Clyde,
mate.
Clyde, without JM winning this race, mate, you would have been driver of the day. Championship leader Omar or as we know, in Skizzo. Pirate Danny in fourth. Great drive from Pirate Danny. Lenny in fifth. Marley in sixth. Farwaz in seventh. Beaton in eighth. Jay Tyler in ninth. Fix in 10th. And the DNFs here, which is going to be plenty of fallout. Scotty MT, Brad, Stiggy, Santi, Rostocker, and Rage. And normally I would wait to go back and wait for the stream, but I can hear my daughter screaming in the background and the wife getting a bit mad. So I'm going to end my stream right now. I'm going to wait. Let's just try and get to the leaderboard. Scroll down just in case. Or can you collect the results, Stiggy? Driver of the day from the game is Clyde.
Yep, driver of the day takes Clyde.
Clyde, very unlucky to get driver of the day, but after that drive from JM, but yeah, Jay gets my driver of the day. I'll stick it in the chat later. And then we go, if I can just click that, I just want to see where Clyde started. Very unlucky there, Clyde. You started sixth, mate, and you finished second, but JM will have to get that. Absolutely fantastic. Stiggy, always a pleasure sharing the comms box with you, mate.
Thank you, appreciate it. We're sadly on a bit of a rough note here.
To
be honest.
Bit mad, mate, bit mad. But looking forward to dealing with my daughter, putting her down to sleep, and I'm going to be engrossed in this legacy chat after, mate. I'll tell you that now.
Absolutely, yeah. Looks like Scotty's just mentioned that the Alpine driver has left the server already.
Oh, well, there you go. So, it was emotional while it lasted. Anyway, Stiggy, always a pleasure, mate. You take care.
Thank you so much
and I will see you boys on Tuesday for my. Not too sure what.
I'm not here for it. I'm not here.
Okay.
So there's going to be a new winner on Tuesday.
Not too sure what division I'm in. I rotated last week due to low numbers. So whether I'm on the normal stream this week, or we'll soon find out anyway. But gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Stiggy, pleasure. JM, fantastic drive, mate. Clyde, brilliant tonight. And listen, I'll see you boys very soon. Take care.